Hello, hello everyone. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's 1 o'clock. We gotta call that afternoon. Oops. Oops. It's all good. It's all good. Alright, let's see if this is working now. It's working good enough. working though. Let me try a shout out, see if that works. Yeah, Frosty's not been working right. I don't have it set up for exclamation point shout out, but who knows? Maybe I do. Let me check it out. I haven't signed in a while, so maybe it's just like mad at me for not. Use the command. Let's try editing it. Let's see if that helps. Put it as the actual word. Sometimes if you just save it and update it, it starts working again. Alright, let me try. Let's see. Beep, 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 beep. Alright, we'll give it a couple minutes. If it doesn't work, then we're just gonna accept that it's broken, which is nothing new at all. Yeah, it's not wanting to work. I apologize for that. It normally off and on has been working. Like, I didn't have any issues with it for a long time. And then it started giving issues for me, at least last stream, and it normally doesn't. Alright, well, it probably will start working randomly. So I'll try to remember to pop in every now and then to give you guys a shout out if I can. Once it starts behaving again. I can't make any promises though. It's temperamental. Should surprise nobody that an app is temperamental these days. Oh my god. But it's also, I heard a theory at some point, some people were saying that's because many people are using it, which is a good thing for the app, but bad thing for the users because then, you know, we can't actually use it. I know it's been working today. I've seen it working in other streams, so. Drawing. I don't even know what I'm drawing. Someone sent me a reference picture and I like the reference picture, so I'll just reference it, you know? Why not? Thank you, Taxman, for redeeming that first. Welcome to the stream, buddy.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Shit, I'm out.
Have a good day, Mario. Thank you for joining. Even if it was short. My shoutouts aren't working. Let me try actually changing it back again. Frosty's giving me a hard time, but let's see. Oh! I put it as S0. Could not imagine that causing an issue. Alright, let's see if that works. I'm not gonna get. Hey Astra, how you doing? Let's try. We got new people. Maybe it's working now. Nope, it's not. Sorry guys for oh, there it went. Oh my god, I fixed it. All right, let me get some of these shoutouts from earlier that I had to miss because it wasn't working. Let me see, is it gonna work? Is there just a delay? Because I used the same command earlier and it didn't work. So I changed the command and then I just changed the command. It's not good for my mic. What is wrong with me? I changed it back and now it's working. Well, actually I wasn't going to, but I just fell into some free time on my hands, so I guess I'm doing this instead. I mean, I was gonna draw anyway today. I was gonna work on commissions, but I can't work on my commissions in stream because they're not family friendly, so I figured I'd do my warm-up and well, I didn't know Anise was gonna stream today, so it is what it is. And then that Mario's good gaming. There we go. Alright, I think that's everybody. But no, I had started streaming, or I want to say last time I streamed, I can't remember when it was, and I got bullied into stopping for Pal World, and honestly, tempted to do the same thing, but I'm not going to. I'm kind of tired right now from playing Pal World. I basically played it the entire weekend, and I'm tired. I'm tired. Games are appreciated more when you have other stuff to do, like work and things, and you come home and enjoy them. But when you got nothing to do and you realize that the bills are coming due again and you're like, oh, I probably should, you know, practice my skill a little bit and get back to my commission work. I actually have one. It's almost done. I don't know. I don't know why I'm struggling working on it. It's a subject I like. I don't quite understand it, but I think it's just because it's work. But I figured maybe if I warm up and get a few things on my system, then maybe I'd be more liable to finish it up. Because honestly, I'm super close to being done. I'm just not feeling that last grind, which is weird. Normally I'm happy to finish things up. And again, it's not like it's a bad commission. I don't know. It's been a blah weekend, I guess. What can you say? It's been a blah weekend, you know? It's been gray out. I normally try to go do at least one thing on the weekend that gets me out of the house. And I haven't done anything this weekend. And I thought about it and I was like, maybe I should today, but then I really got thinking about it because usually the stuff I go out and do involves spending money, and I'm trying not to do that right now. Because guess what? You know, the tax code has changed. It's caught up with people, and now they're all realizing what I had to realize 2 years ago when they started taxing me through the freaking roof because I don't have children. Oh, thank you, Astra. The fuck, bro? They're starting to realize what I realized back then, which is it was great when everyone was getting kickbacks from it, but you gotta pay. At some point, you've got to pay for the free money you got from wherever. So we are paying for it now. And I've already asked at work if I could, because we have some positions that are open, but they're not my position. They're not like a nursing position. So I asked if I could come in and work them, you know, on my off time, just to sort of fill out my hours a bit. And they basically said no. Why would we pay you as much as you are just to do this? You know something? I should have left this alone. It was fine the way. Wait, Control Z is your friend. But they said no. So, I mean, I kind of expected it, but it, you know, the worst that they could have done was to me no. Had to try. Because all it is answering phones and answering the door, but I obviously would have done more than that, because, you know, that's just not, it's not my nature to sit there and not do anything. And it's good enough. I'm probably gonna move on though, because I got thinking about something. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, no, it is what it is. You are actually very much correct. It is what it is. And I don't know. It's like a lot of people like used to compliment me and say things like, oh, you know, you got your life so together, you got a house, you got this, you got that. It's like, yeah, but all of that stuff is nice to have, but it's not necessarily, and I'm not saying like I'm like a paycheck away from losing anything, because honestly I'm not. It's just you look at things and you realize it's like, in my lifetime, the way I was raised and everything I saw, like being raised and everything, like car insurance. Car insurance is a great example. Okay, so in America you have to have car insurance in order to operate your vehicle. A lot of people don't, but whatever, the good people do. I had car insurance. I paid for my own car insurance. I have since I got my license when I was 18. So when you turn 21, your car insurance is actually supposed to go down because you're no longer considered a young, reckless driver. Mine didn't. Mine went up because so many people were operating without insurances and getting into accidents. It's like, okay, so you're supposed to get another break at 25 because you are now a more responsible driver. Didn't happen. My car insurance went up. So I have consistently, whereas, you know, like my parents and my siblings, all like older siblings, I do have older siblings, believe it or not. I'm old as hell, but I do have older siblings. They've all gotten like these discounts throughout time just because they're of their age or whatever. I have not. I've gotten the reverse. Now and so has my younger brother, so I can't even really complain too much because he's getting the same treatment. But it's like, it's so weird that it's my generation, my line, where all of these things where we were supposed to start getting breaks to make things easier to afford, because responsible adults should be rewarded for things like paying their bills and getting car insurance and whatever. And like, I got punished for it. And that to me is bonkers. But it's the same like with this, like the tax thing. Like, you're supposed to work hard and pay your taxes and you'll be fine. Except I'm paying taxes initially when they take my money, which this is nothing new to me. I've known this. It's amazing how many people didn't realize it. It's like, you pay taxes when you get paid. They take federal income tax, they take state tax, and then you go to purchase something like a set of tires, right? You're paying tax on top of that. So the taxes that they take from you from the state level are supposed to be things like the road and whatever. So then the taxes you're paying for the item is supposed to be a sales tax, which is also used to, you know, supposed to take care of roads. Now, I don't know about anyone else, if you live in Michigan or not, but our roads are not exactly as smooth as can be. They are actually quite terrible. So I just sit back and I'm like, listen, whatever I gotta do. Can you lower the background music? Oh, the background music is too low. I can bump it up a bit. Anyway, I'm also very loud. But yeah, so that's, yeah, basically, I forgot where I was, but it's all like coming back now, and a lot of people are starting to realize it, and I'm like, no, lower a bit. Oh, it was too loud. That's crazy. Usually that's not the issue. All right, there, it's a little bit lower. It's okay, it's okay. At least you told me. So anyway, it's coming back around, and a lot of people are really starting to understand and realize it from, you know, obviously everything that they've had to because they're starting to finally get their taxes done, and that's when all these new tax laws that they made back, 4 years ago are starting to kick in. Well, trust me, I am not looking forward to getting my taxes done because I have no children. So when you are childless and making, I mean, granted, I make okay money, don't get me wrong. It's not about the money I make. It's like I balance the money I make out with the hours I work. So I'm trading income for hours worked, correct? So my hours are lower. I'm not full-time, I'm part-time, but because I earn so much, it offsets it to balance out like a regular person working a full-time job. And that should be enough, right? but it's not. And I'm afraid to get my taxes done, but you know what? It's not like you can hide from them. The government will find you. I don't know what to do about it other than to do my best. And that's really all anyone can do. Let's try Emily. So I caught up with Hazbin Hotel, of course. I caught up the day it was out. And I adore little Emily. She's so cute. She's so cute and happy, and yeah. She's so excited. She wants to make change in the world. It's funny because I saw her card before I saw the character, because I got the card in the thingamabobber, the pre-order box, and yeah, that was great. I had no idea who she was. I was looking at her, I was like, who the F is this? Because I've seen a lot of the concept art, but I never saw her concept. Hate tax. It's something tax, but it is what it is, honestly. I can't be too focused on it. I just do the best I can. And I mean, and I hate to say it, because obviously it's not something I would want to have done or anything like that, and I would never want to lose everything I've earned, but in the end it is just stuff, you know? The house is just stuff. Car is just something, just stuff, you know? It's just stuff. I mean, don't, I'm not discrediting it. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, my house can go, I'd be fine with it. I wouldn't be fine with it. I'd survive it, you know? Yeah, the thing of it is I did things right. I worked the crappy jobs up until I found a career, a lucrative career. I got my education in it and everything like that, and kind of paying for it. You know? Sometimes I do wonder if I'd have just stayed in comics. Because that's what I did before I was a nurse. I was a comic book letterer and I was an editor full-time. And I did it all from home. I decided I could do more for society by getting my nursing degree, which was something else I'd always wanted to do. And do I regret it? No, not really. Not really. I regret taking out the loans. I wish I'd just killed myself a little bit more and just worked through it like I did with my first degree. It's just I wanted to do well. I wanted to have good grades and stuff like that, and I was failing out of my first semester of nursing school because I was working 3 jobs at the time. So I had to stop working. So I took out loans to sort of offset it because I had no help, you know? I did it basically myself. Like, there was nobody to finance my education in either time that I went. Oh, well, you could apply for loans. You know what's funny about like those low income loans that they all talk about, like those low income free money things that they talk about and scholarships? A lot of those go to people who rightfully deserve it, who do have low income and everything like that, don't get me wrong. But then people who actually work get screwed out of it because they're actually working. So it's almost a system that it rewards people by not working. When, at least when it comes to education, like if you don't work, then you get like the scholarships and stuff like that, which I never understood. Hey Clay, how you doing, Clay? Did you play some Fortnite today, sir? Oh, the sun just came out. Maybe it's a sign it's gonna be a better day now, you know? The sun's out. It can't be all that bad if the sun's out. Oh, alright. Cool. You played WoW. You nerd. Let me guess, you're Alliance too. You're the pretty Alliance boy. I always played Horde. I love the trolls, man. Never had a student loan. Yeah. I initially had every intention to not go into things with student loans, but again, life is expensive. Nursing school is expensive. And you know, we were supposed to get like all this loan forgiveness and all this bullshit, you know, if we didn't abandon ship and, you know, leave like everyone else did during COVID. Well, guess what? That didn't happen either. Oh, but we made it to where you could pay back your regular loans with lower interest. The interest wasn't that high to begin with, some, but okay. You're an undead shadow priest. What faction? Or not faction, you're a horde, obviously, but what race? If you're undead, you're a night elf? You're either... Oh, you're undead. You said undead. Alright, so you're Scourge. You're running around like a skeleton. Yeah. Sorry. I asked a question and I immediately realized my mistake. I forgot undead was a option. Because I ran... You're a skelly boy. Yes, this is a has-been character. It's Emily. She's a seraphim. So I used to run with a crew. Brothers of Night was the name of the guild, right? It was run by his name was Toki. He was a shaman. Yes, he was a shaman tank spec troll. Because he taught me how to be a shaman. Because when I joined, like, I had no clue what I wanted to do. And everyone's like, well, if you don't know if you want to do DPS or if you don't know if you want to heal, then do a shaman and you can do a little bit of both. Do I play still? No. They changed so much shit after Wrath of the Lich King. Like, I can't keep up with it. There's just... It's the same reason why I don't enjoy Final Fantasy, I think 14. Is there's just too much going on. And I have to sit there and, like, I don't like games where I have to sit there and do the math and plan everything out, like, perfectly. Like, oh my god, 60-man raids. I mean, you probably, I don't know if you played back when burning, oh my god, what one? Molten Core was a 60-man, and you had to, like, oh my god, it was so bad. We would be up for hours and hours and hours and hours doing Molten Core. Because you always have one dingus that would screw up, or people who would drop out, and we'd have to find replacements, and it would be like a whole thing. It was crazy. It's crazy. But that was my man. That was my first time through college. That was my nights, man. Everyone would be like, anyone down for 60 man? I'd be like, no, but I can be. Regrets in the morning. But no, I haven't played. Last time I played was... It wasn't even Pug. It was like planned out. Like, we had a guild of 100-something odd people, and it was first come first serve. I was never first in line to go, but because I was a healer, I was always first backup, and there was almost always somebody who had to dip like halfway through, so they bring me in. So I always got to do it. And I remember when the meme came out, the more dots meme. The guy's like, more dots, more dots. You know, that guy? Like, I felt that pain. That was my pain because that was raiding back in the day. One person got slammed into the whelps, and then the whelp groups got out of control, and then the whole raid was a wipe, and then you had to start all the fuck over again. And that used to drive me insane. Because I'd be up all night, like, helping them out, and I hated coordinating with so many people because, like you're coordinating with that many people, you need people to, like, show up. Because if all these people are going to be staying up all night, then, you know, come with your A game. And so many of them didn't. So many of them just came to screw around. It was one of those deals, you know? But then you get some, like, really serious people, and then all of a sudden, you know, the thing that takes you hours to do, all of a sudden only takes you, like, 20 minutes. You're like, what the fuck? So this is how it goes when people, like, do what they're told? It's insane! I remember when Onyxia was first a thing. Like, Onyxia wasn't even a raid to begin with. They're probably, like, 10-man now. I remember when, oh god, what was that first? There's that first one. Right there in the crossroads. Can't remember what the name of that one in there was called, but I remember struggling so much with that one. Yeah. No, like any of the big raids with the good loot and stuff like that, you definitely need a guild, you need a group you can trust. Because we would have, okay, so I remember and it was the last time I think I raided. The last time we raided, we let someone else from another guild, we let 2 people from another guild come in and raid with us. They were raid leaders, so obviously why wouldn't we trust them? Yeah, they ninja'd shit and went straight to the auction house and sold that shit, like, right out from under us. And that happened a lot, and especially as people started getting the stuff, like, that they needed and got geared up, they would start doing that stuff. So it kind of got to a point where it's like it wasn't worth the frustration anymore, because you'd be up all night raiding and then somebody would just swoop in and take all your stuff, you know, because you were supposed to, there was like a whole thing, like, no one was allowed to loot until, like, the papers were looked at to see who is allowed to get what, because he had to take turns with the loot, because again, you know. Yeah, I don't really miss those days, but at the same time I do, because, you know, you had some of the most interesting conversations, especially with parents who would raid and do that stuff, because the excuse me. I decided to choke on air. Let me take a drink. Alright, breathing and talking at the same time, you know? Whew. Anyway, so our raid leaders, or our guild masters, had kids. They had 2 little kids. And they'd want to be on at the same time, but obviously someone had to look after the kids. So usually at nighttime, because he would work all day, he'd have his game time, and then during the day his wife would have her game time. Well, there was a couple times where they would have somebody over to watch the kids or whatever, while they would just run a thing, and, you know, it's whatever, it worked for them. Well, the stuff I heard, I didn't know what banana sauce was, but come to find out that a toddler with the ability to reach and open up a refrigerator can get chocolate sauce and bananas and all sorts of things, dump it all on the floor, and it's called banana sauce, you know? You know, like applesauce, only bananas. So that was funny. I mean, it wasn't to them. They're pretty frustrated, but to me, I was like, parenthood. Not there. Got it. I think that was actually the last time the banana sauce incident is what led to us not being all able, because it used to be we were all like a big group that would raid together and stuff like that, and then after that we couldn't because obviously she couldn't, so they had to start splitting the group When she gets mad, her little hairs go up. I will say this, Clay, if you're still there. When Vanilla came back out, I did rejoin and play for a while. When they re-released Vanilla. Because I used to play on a Vanilla World of Warcraft server right before I got into GTA. And I remembered how much fun it was. But that lost its appeal pretty quick, because like a lot of people, they didn't like how slow you had to go, like the original, you know, the OG World of Warcraft grind was a lot. And people didn't like that, so they ended up going back to their quick things. Because I think what it was is like they, and if I recall correctly, every expansion pack came out with some sort of thing where you got like 10 levels or something like that for buying the expansion pack or some crap like that. I just remember thinking it got a lot easier to get levels. So I remember grinding for my flying mount after oh, what expansion was that? Burning Legion? Was that Burning Legion? No. One of them. Whenever that one came out, I can't remember what one it was. And then like the flying mounts were not that great initially. They got better, but you gotta love that first time experimental bullshit. It was good times though. And then I stopped playing World of Warcraft. I lost 30 pounds and started doing competitive running. Cause I was like, nope. And then I got old, and now it's just like I can't even look at somebody running without feeling pain. She gets mad, her eye opens. This right here is actually like a little eye, it's a little gem, but when she gets mad it opens. Like all of the seraphim, because that's biblically accurate, that everything with seraphim and angels is like eyeball related. So like when you see them with their hair, they'll have like little eyeballs in it, like when they get mad. Like, Sarah actually has eyeballs in her hair. If you ever get around to watching the series, I know you're waiting for it to be completely done, but it's like gonna be like a... I think they said 4 seasons. Something like that. It's gonna be a decent amount of seasons. But season 1 should be done being released, I want to say next week. They're gonna drop the last 2 episodes. And then season 1 will be done. And then I don't know how long we have to wait for season 2, but we'll see. I think that they're just waiting to see what the reception is going to be like. Hopefully it's been relatively positive. I mean, I know that there's been a lot of bitching on Twitter, but I'm just like... There's always bitching on Twitter. That's nothing new. Especially with this. And then, you know what the funny thing is like the stuff that they're accusing the show of is like they're really, really having to bend and twist some stuff. It's like, get offended at the right thing. Don't get offended at the wrong thing. Because y'all really, really, really trying. Here, got my 1 viewer over here. Thank you. Appreciate you. I hate that I have to do this. Let's see. Get back to Leash. I always picture it as... Okay, wait a minute. I got it. This is how they appear. Like burbs. Really lost burbs. And then I think they actually have wings on their head. I think that that's biblically accurate too. Like it's crazy because like they show glimpses of the designs and like you see the actual stuff coming through and like they still make it look really, really pretty. Like it's not the terrifying thing that like the AI would have you think, which is fine. But I think they did a really good job. I think I'm very proud of them. Granted, there are pretty freaking big organizations, so I would hope that they would do okay. The only thing I have against anything is like the lack of pants. Like, just because you're wearing a robe doesn't mean you don't wear pants underneath it. Wear pants. Pants are important, especially if you're flying around. It's like that's life lessons. Wear pants. Alright, where did it go? There it went. I was gonna say I had a thing up. No, it works. I'm just at the wrong angle. Okay. Oh, thank you. Switch your tool, girl. reminds me of Popeye sometimes. Because camera's not on also. There's two reasons why camera's not on. One, I'm not feeling it today, but two, I make the expressions typically of what I'm drawing. And I've been called out on it so many times. I don't want to be called out on it again. So nah. No, you guys don't get to make me make my monster faces. And I'm trying to figure out how the muscles would be working and how they're supposed to look. You know what I mean? Hey, Echo! Thank you for coming and showing vibes and supporting. I appreciate you very, very much. How's school going? It's so weird that you have it on a Sunday. But, I mean... you do what you gotta do when you gotta do it, right? How's the metric system treating you? The only thing you gotta remember with the metric system is like... I don't know. Just learn it. I always had to find stretch. Okay, I'll stretch. I always had to find a practical use for it, so it was lucky that when the primary of my oh my god, okay, I'll hydrate. The primary of my metric learning came because I sucked at metric in like grammar school, like in elementary school and stuff like that, because they do teach you both. It's just that we fall back to imperial because that's like that's the way we do, okay? So I didn't do well with it in school because it had no application process for it to me. Like, it was literally just information that I learned to learn and then forgot as soon as I could to make room for other stuff. But in nursing school, when they started showing me, like, because we have to convert over from obviously ounces to milliliters and shit like that, which is weird because an ounce is a weight, but whatever. And then milliliters is liquid measurement. Like, it's the same thing because you measure in ounces too, like for liquid. It's crazy. But like a 20-ounce bottle, you have to convert all that over the milliliters because metric is the standard for, because it's universal for like the world, all that crap, blah 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 blah. So once I found the practical use for it, it clicked and it stuck really well. But yeah, a lot of that stuff that they teach you in school about the metric system, like, it never sticks because there's no application for it. Because you know how it is like you learn geometry. It's like, if you ever want to be a carpenter, I don't want to be a carpenter. I don't. Oh yeah, I have to take a drink. I don't want to be a carpenter at all. Sorry, not my plan for the future. Nothing wrong with a carpenter, but it's like the one go-to example that they always went to that didn't always make sense, because I was like A, everyone has cell phones, so we could do all the math. B, no, just no. Like, it never made sense to me. They tried to make it make sense. They tried to give you in real life examples, at least my teachers did, but it never worked. Never worked. And it definitely never stuck. So I had both good and bad math teachers in high school and stuff like that. I didn't have a good math teacher until college. My freshman year of college at the University of Michigan. That is where I met the only math teacher who could actually make me enjoy math. Like, I did extra homework in her class because I enjoyed the way she taught so much. And I understood it. It made sense. And a lot of people didn't like her because she's like, well, she talks to us like we're 5. I'm like, I need someone to talk to me like I'm 5 to learn math, okay? Once I know it, I know it. We're good. But I need someone to talk to me like I'm 5 years old. Show me how to do it. She didn't care how you got to the answer, because we had some guys in our class who were Arabic. They had a different math system, but the answers always came out the same. That's usually how it works with math. It's like you can have the same problem, take different routes to the same answer. As long as the answer is the same, she really didn't care how you got it. It's no different than the new math that they're teaching. Like the stuff that we did growing up, like the 114 times 2 And then you do the 2 times 4 is 8, and then 28, right? And then you go down to the next one, but there's no other letter, so you wouldn't do it. But that's basically how you did it. You just went here and then here. That's not how they do it anymore. I'm over here double checking the math in my head though, because I was like, did I just do bad math on stream? That's hilarious. But that's how confident I am in the old ways. But no, she didn't care. And that was actually really nice, because a lot of teachers want you to do it their way and no other way. It's like, what does it matter? What does the way matter if it's not an incorrect answer? You know what I mean? Now, if you start getting incorrect answers because of your way, then that's definitely something to discuss. But if your answer is consistently correct, then what does it matter? I never understood that argument. Like, some teachers just are some teachers though. They want you to learn it their way. It's like, what does it matter? On a standardized test, all they care about is the answer. They don't care about how you got the answer. They're not going to check your work, because imagine if they had to. No, they just want the final answer. And if the final answer is correct, then what does it matter how you got it, as long as you're not cheating? You know what's weird? There is like a whole math TikTok. I know everyone hates TikTok for a lot of reasons, and I get it. But there's like math TikTok, right? And I've learned I've remembered and learned so many equations better through math TikTok than I ever did in any classroom. And I'm just like, wow, this is kind of sad. I learned how to math through TikTok. But I think it's because it is that cohesion. It is that conglomeration of different ethnicities, different teaching styles, and everything. And sometimes it's easier to learn from a peer than from a teacher. Not that anyone on TikTok is my peer, because well, no, there's old people on TikTok too, but you get what I mean. Just learning things differently and seeing how it works and how it doesn't work and how it didn't work and why it might not work for you. But it's also nice that you could probably find a way for it to work for you there. So, like, I mean, I know, like, we like to demonize social media quite a bit, but it's also done some good stuff when it's used correctly, and honestly, possibly the way it was meant to be used. I mean, I don't think DMs were just for sliding into, you know what I mean? I think that there was a little bit more to DMs than that. That's all you ever hear is sliding into my DMs. Bruh. Alright, let me see. Go back to Tiny. And yeah, so after this, I'll probably finish up. I have to finish at least one commission tonight. And then I'm going to work on the other one. Get that going. Hopefully, depending on if I can get the sketch done correctly initially, I can get that one done by hopefully Wednesday. I have Wednesday off, so that might be the day I finalize it, but we'll see. I want to at least get the sketch done, because everyone's kind of been waiting a little bit. I have been, like, obsessively playing Pal World, but I don't hide that, and I warn them, it's like, it might be a minute, but they're okay to wait, and I've always appreciated that about my commissioners. But I also am relatively good at turnaround. People don't usually have to wait too long on me to get their stuff. Look, here's how you know she's angry. Now you know she's angry. She's got the thing. Always look for the thing on your ladies. see it, then you know they're angry. Actually, that vein, I know what vein that is. My dad's got that. That pops out when he gets really mad too. I seen it not too long ago. I didn't even do anything. I was just a witness. Do you know how weird it is after an entire lifetime of always being the one, not necessarily getting yelled at. My parents didn't yell at me endlessly, but like whenever there was trouble in the house, I was the first one sat down and talked to. And I'm like, why? 9 times out of 10, I didn't do it, but I wasn't gonna rat my siblings out either. So I usually took the crap, but it's okay. I'm fine with that. So they'd sit me down, and I seen that little vein in his head pop out once or twice, and been like, damn, he mad. But for the first time over Christmas, I was sitting there minding my own business, eating a damn cookie, sitting at the island. I was like, wow, this is nice. It's kind of calm, it's quiet, no problem. Next thing I know, I look up, I see my dad, and he's mad, and I see this vein popped out, and I'm like, oh shit, what'd I do now? And you know, me just being me, I'm like, are you okay? And he started going off on something else completely, but no, it was just for just 2 seconds I was like, oh no, what did I do? What did I do to get the vein to pop out? I didn't do it. I wasn't even trying. But to be honest, I never tried. I just naturally was good at pissing off my parents, I guess. I don't know. It's good times, man. They say there's one in every family, and I don't even know how I was the one. I still to this day am trying to figure it out. Like, I would do silly things every now and then, like jump out the fire escape just to see, you know, just to do it. And I always would say, I'm just practicing in case there's really a fire. Because trust me, we've all had those. I even have them to this day when I'm here, like, streaming in the middle of the night, and I'm like, oh man, someone broke in right now. Where would my points of exit be? And then you start imagining having to crawl out of every window and having to, like, you know, do a combat roll into the back room and then hurry up and unlock a door sort of crap. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me, but... So when I was younger though, I'd be like, no, it's just practicing, because we had fire drills at school, right? So we practiced getting out of the building. Well, why wouldn't you have a fire drill at home? That was always my thinking. It's like, why wouldn't you practice at home getting away from an unsafe situation? You know, practicing opening the window. Because my windows, we don't have the suicide windows here. Like, I know that they're pretty common in Europe, where you have like the low set windows, like where if you trip you fall through them. They used to have those here in America, and they're on like the older colonial houses and stuff like that. But the newer stuff, everything is basically like, I want to say, how tall am I? 5'4". I want to say everything's at least 3 to 4 feet off the ground. So like little babies can't go running and slam their fingers and hands and stuff into the windows, which I guess used to happen a lot. I mean, I did it once when I was a kid, but I climbed up to that. I did that myself. So like you have to crawl up and out these windows, and with my windows in particular, only the top part opens. So not only are you crawling the 4 feet up, right, you also have to crawl that extra foot to get over the storm and then out the top. And then of course there's the fall on the other side. Now, I'm not a young little lady like I used to be. I am an old lady, and like I always picture myself rolling out and falling right onto my back and sitting there for a second, be like, I should have just let him kill me, sort of thing. Oh man. And then you never stop and think, it's like, my pets will protect me. No, they won't. My cat will go run and hide, and my dog would be like, pork. My dog would go up and ask for like pets or something. Oh, I'm doomed. I'm doomed. Forever doomed in this house with my aminals. But they're cute. They're cute, and that's honestly all that really matters. Right, sure. Oh wait, no. Other way around. It's like Snow White. Yeah, the puffy sleeves. No! Grandpa escaped. Escapade. Oops. Oh well, that's okay. I didn't need that no more anyway. Okay. Nope. The way around. Yep. There we go. Let's actually, connect the anatomy. There we go. Let's see. What else can we draw? I already got, thank you, Echo, but I already got the shoutouts done. Thank you, though. I actually had to fix Frosty Tools because it was not wanting to be nice. Let me see. Ooh. Instasta? Isn't Asta? Wait, what? I'm thinking, I don't know, my mind is trying to put Astra in there for some reason, but let me go ahead and give you a shout out. Yeah, just a minute, it's not recognizing you in the chat yet. So I gotta do it the long way, the hard way. There we go. There we go. Pierce the Chronicle left no scroll behind. Ooh, so you're either not a streamer or you're a new account. Either way, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for following. I appreciate you very, very, very much. Nice chill Sunday, just doodling, warming up actually, and then I'm gonna work on some commissions a little bit later, but off stream. Just getting some stuff out of the way as far as like just things that I've been wanting to draw lately. Obviously with Has Been Hotel dropping, I've been wanting to draw that quite a bit, but my commissions have been related to it, just not the main characters, you know what I mean? Ugh. Let's actually put that in a little bit here. Oh, uh-oh. I did the thing. I fixed the thing. What is a game you guys would play over and over and over and over again? No matter how, like, how many times you play it, you'd still play it again. Anyone? Bueller? Trying to think of what game that would be for me. I'm sure that there's one. You know, honestly, like old school Mario or Dr. Mario or Tetris. Tetris I know can end. I just don't know too many people who've actually beaten Tetris. I don't think anyone actually had. Well, I think there was a kid who did. But I could always play Tetris because it's never the same. Like, you can predict some things, but you can't predict all things. But old school Mario, just like, you know, the original Super Mario Brothers for SNES. Wait, no, just Nintendo. Just plain Nintendo. Yeah, that one I think that was my first speedrun game. That's the one where I first, because, you know, there was no save. once you turned off the computer, not the computer, once you turned off the TV, once you turned off the game system, it was gone. So you had to be good at beating it if you wanted to beat it the first time through. And it's not even that it was that hard to beat. It's just, especially once you learn like the warp zone cheats and everything, or which ones to go down, because nobody ever played it like in order. You never went from world 1 to world 2, from world 2 to world 3. You always warp zoned over certain worlds because they weren't worth doing. There was no point in them. If you wanted to beat the game, you would go to, I can't remember which worlds they were, but I remember you would go through the first couple castles, and then you would go up on the top and you would run across the top and you drop down into a secret little room where there'd be 3 little warp zones. And one of them I think would take you to warp zone 3, which is where you wanted to go, because from there I think you could zone to either 7 or 9. I can't remember which one. The end one, basically. And I remember that if you just did it in short concession, like all together, I beat the game 5 times in a row, and I think it took me on average about 10 to 15 minutes per game to actually beat it. And then finally my dad's like, how many times are you gonna beat this? I was like, I don't know how many times I have. He's like, well, it's time for TV, so it's time to turn that off. So I had to turn it off. I was speedrunning. I was doing something that nobody had ever done before because I was a youngin' at the time, and like there was no YouTube back then for me to record me being amazing. But it's all good. It's all good. You guys can just take my word for it. I was the OG speedrunner of Super Mario. I'm sure people had done it before that. Absolutely. It's just, you know, when it's the middle of summertime and you have literally nothing to do, no chores to do, you find ways to entertain yourself. And if one of those ways is to speedrun Super Mario Brothers, well, then you're gonna speedrun Super Mario Brothers. Oh, I'm trying to think of what the other, like I said, it'd be like Dr. Mario, and then Tetris would be the other two. They're both like really, really like, they're the kind of games that'll keep you engaged because there's so many variables to them. With Super Mario Brothers, like that, there's not too many things that are going to get in the way of that, because you're still on the same basically linear path of you have to reach the end goal by doing this sort of thing. So as much as people want to think that there's a little variety, and there might be a little variety here or there, you might take a different path or whatever, but it's not like Tetris or Mario or Super Dr. Mario, I should say, where they're tossing things at you that aren't within your control, like speed level, which you can control with the level of whatever. But oh, I was gonna draw Loot. Let me look at what she looks like. Yeah, everybody just draws her in her regular form. That's crazy. Like, no, take her helmet off. I feel like she has more facial character without her helmet on. Or with her helmet on than without. Because it's kind of like one of those, what are those digital masks that they have? Where the emote will just, like, show up on that. I can't remember what they're called, but that's basically it. Wow, there's not that many people seem to like her face. That's kind of crazy. It's okay. Let me see the jar my style. Because I'm gonna do a piece between her and Tallulah at some point, just for fun. She's got a very pointy face. I mean, all of them do, but hers is just. I'm gonna exaggerate it. Tallulah's still got like her heart-shaped face. And it's weird, she does have a nose. Like, it's so weird who gets noses and who doesn't in this world. Oh, the sun's out again. Hey, Echo, Echo! How's class? Do you have homework? I mean, I hope you have homework. Haha! With as much as you're paying for tuition. Yeah, you should have homework. First day is usually syllabus, though. Syllabus and usually maybe like half of the first lesson. Just depends on how the teacher's feeling. Always homework. Oh, come on. Metric's not that hard, is it? Just find a use for it. Like I said, an application. If you find a use for it, then it makes a lot more sense. You measure... I measure freedom decimals. Oh my god. You're gonna offend like 90% of my viewers. They're all European. Oh, my nose is whistling. Oh my god. Maybe I'll blow it at some point. I've been really congested lately. I've been sneezing a lot lately too. They have great taste in ours. Oh, listen to you. Listen to you. I just realized that Luke's guy kind of got Raven's haircut. Except for the little thingies in the back. Everything else is very much Raven from Teen Titan. guess we can give her head a little bit more volume. She just doesn't have like a whole lot of forehead is all. Her hair doesn't really make sense. Huh. I mean, I guess none of it really makes sense, to be honest with you, but... cute is not the word I would use for her. But hey, you know something? Everyone has a type, right? Oh, okay, all right. I will take your word for it. She's another one with black lipstick. Charlie has black lipstick. Honestly, I mean, Emily does not have black lipstick. She has purple. It's just, I wasn't gonna draw purple because, you know, lazy. One, two, three. No. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so I've been going for about an hour and a half. I feel pretty good and warmed up, so I am probably going to end stream here. I know it was a short one, but I was just going to do warm-ups. And I am going to actually switch over to my commissions list. I need to work on that. It's only one at this time, but it's still something to work on. Just to kind of get it done. It's almost done anyway. So I can ship that off to the purchaser. And then I do have another one, but it's a little bit more in depth. Oh, I was just about to end stream, buddy. It's more in depth than the one I'm working on now. So that one's gonna take a little bit longer because it's 2 characters instead of just 1. And when I have to put more than 1 person together, my whole brain is just like, nope, we don't wanna. Nope. How? What? No. Proportions? Never. Placement? Who's she? Anatomy? Out the window. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Shouldn't be too bad, though. I just realized, though, that they didn't specify full body or anything like that, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'll just do what looks best and go from there. People usually seem to be okay with that. Oh my god. Echo, we don't need to know that. Alright, that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. Let me see who we can raid out to. Again, just a short one today, guys. I wasn't really even planning on streaming. I just kind of did it because, like I said, I had some time pop up. Yeet is live. Let's go raid Yeet. Let's go raid Mr. Yeet. You're fine, buddy. WW. There we go. Alright, he's playing Fortnite, which we love Fortnite in this chat, right? Alright, so I'm gonna send you guys over to him. Please, by all means, show him the same love and support you would show me. Be kind, rewind, tell him I said hi. Alright, bye guys.
Give me